how do you avoid losing your clients? Because again, so many people lose clients and then wonder why they can't grow their business. I believe that many organizations fail to retain clients, and that is such an overlooked aspect that most businesses don't pay attention to that actually adds to the bottom line. And what ends up happening for most organizations is they forget to really focus strategically on client retention until they actually start to lose a certain threshold of their clients. Now, if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking to grow your revenues, which every single business should absolutely be focused on, is growth. In order to grow, you need to keep your existing clients. Obviously, you want to keep the good clients. You don't want to keep the clients that are not profitable. For example, if there's a lower profit margin or they're causing issues or there's no other strategic value to having them. But keeping clients is so valuable for business growth. And if you haven't gotten a copy of my book, Superfans, get it here. Superfans, How to Create Unwavering Customer Loyalty. You can simply go to superfanscombo.com and that will take you to a website where you can get a copy there, the digital audio and the digital ebook as well, where I talk about how easy it is to turn your clients into raving superfans. And what that ultimately does is you actually are able to charge more. You're able to have them become more loyal. They refer new business to you. There's so many positive advantages to do that. The one thing that I want to talk about here the most is how do you avoid losing your clients? Because again, so many people lose clients and then wonder why they can't grow their business. And I want to share a personal example here that I just went through recently, where in our area, we had a limited number of internet service providers and TV providers, let's just say they're all in one, phone service providers. And we were stuck on this with this one provider who just did a really, really crappy job, but we were stuck with them because they were the only provider in town or in our specific geographic area. And all of a sudden, one of the big major ones came around and put in new fiber lines into our neighborhood. They came up with a great offer, and I didn't have to think twice. I just switched over. Now, when I called in to cancel my services to that existing provider, one of the questions that they asked me was, well, what can we do to retain your business? And at that point, it was way too late for them to do anything. They completely ignored me for the year prior, and now they're asking me what they can do to keep my business because now they have lost that recurring revenue, and which I could have stayed. Actually, I was debating whether I should stay, but just because I didn't have that relationship with that existing provider, they just weren't doing what they should have done to keep me, I decided to move on. Now, this is such a clear example of what most businesses do is they forget about their clients, they don't pay attention to them, and they don't do this one thing, which is staying top of mind. You absolutely need to stay top of mind for your clients. It's not enough to send them an email. That's not enough. What you need to do is touch base with them at least once a year. That is absolute bare minimum. If you are not touching base, when I'm talking about touching base, I'm talking about a real personalized email, not an automated email, or a phone call with your clients once a year, you will lose them. You're going to lose them, I guarantee that. And then you're going to end up being in that what we call the leaky bucket syndrome, where your bucket of clients has a bunch of holes in the bottom, and you're wondering why you can't grow your business. The other thing that you got to pay attention to is how important are your clients? The more important they are, and again, also potentially, the more revenue they bring to your business, the more frequently you want to touch base with them. So some of your higher value clients, you should be touching base maybe twice a year, maybe even once a quarter, and maybe even monthly, because that's going to be important for you to keep that relationship. Remember that if you have high-paying clients that are bringing you high margin, other people are going to be going after them as well. So you're going up against competition who wants to take your clients away from you. And if you're not doing a good job in terms of maintaining that relationship, that business will easily go to another organization. Now, again, it also depends on whether you're B2C, so business to consumer, or business to, I'm going to say, customer, or if it's B2B, which is business to business clients. Here's something to pay attention to, especially if you're in the business to business world, is you want to touch base with your clients once a quarter. Why? Because every quarter, your clients are or should be doing their next quarterly plan. And that means they may be changing direction. That means they may be doing something different. That means they may have some interesting strategic initiatives that you can help them with. And if you don't know what they are, how are you going to remain relevant to them, which is the most important part here. Now, the tricky part here is matching up quarterly calendars. But just imagine this. Imagine knowing what your clients' quarterly calendars are like and reaching out to them 2 weeks before and saying, hey, look, I know you guys are going to strategize on your next quarter. I would love to hear about what your focus is. And even if we can't support you, I would just love to know that maybe we can put something on our product map or roadmap, or maybe we can connect you to the right individuals to help you succeed. How many times have you heard from your suppliers or other people that are serving you do that? If people actually came to me like this internet provider and said, hey, look, because I'm a business and I have an office at home, if they actually came to me and said, hey, strategically, we're wondering what you're doing for the next quarter, maybe there's something we can support you with or someone we can connect you with, I would be ecstatic. I would have been like, wow, this is a forward-thinking organization, but they don't do that because it consumes resources. That's the number one reason why people fail to maintain the relationship with their clients, is because they're trying to skimp out on resources or they just don't have the resources. So my recommendation is this: always connect with your clients at least once a year. And the higher up on the value chain that those clients are, the more frequently you should be contacting them. You should also be taking a look at their strategy and what you can do to help them achieve their strategy in terms of doing it directly or indirectly by connecting them to other organizations. That's what you should be focused on. That's what you should actually have a team dedicated to that, or at least some resources dedicated to that. If you focus on those elements, you are far, far, far more likely to retain customers, or I should say clients, and far more likely to be able to take clients away from your competition. You talk to your competition or your competition's clients, your competitors' clients about what you do, they're going to be like, okay, these guys do that, but the people that we're doing business with right now we don't believe that they really care about us. Okay, we're going to switch over. It's like taking candy from a baby. So it's very easy to do. It's very easy to retain clients. You just got to focus on it.